Guys, welcome back to this week's episode of the NSDC podcast.
But hold on, do it.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. You know.
Wait till Lucy.
What do you mean? I'm starting the podcast.
What is he doing?
My bad. Oh, you're having a hard time.
Oh yeah. Well, guys, welcome to the show once again. You know, to the shenanigans. You know, shout out to my two compadres over there. You know, Jesus and the other one. And you know, just happy to have made it because we almost didn't make it this week. You know.
Oh shit! What happened?
Oh shit!
Oh, you know. People, someone took a little nappy poo. You know, we're supposed to record
oh,
this.
Yeah.
People are.
That was me.
People are starting to show their age. You know.
I mean, yeah, you're in line, I guess. I'm not even mad at you. I also wasn't mad at that nap. So.
I bet.
Yeah, me and Sergio was just talking for 2 hours. Like, yeah, he's not showing up. Yeah, we'll just call him tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually I'm
friends who waited.
I would say, I'll be honest with everybody out there. If you don't hear back from me for about 20, 25, 30 minutes, you ain't hearing from me that day. You know?
Wow.
Something happened. I mean, it could be a plethora of things, but one of them could be the fact that I'm taking a hardcore nap. Well deserved, because most of the time, you know, you could shout out to the homie variant section, James. He knows. He'll hit me up. He's getting up at like 4 or 5 in the morning for work, and he's like, "Why are you up?" I'm like, I'm asking myself the same question, son. You know, I'm trying to go to sleep, but it's tough sometimes. You know. Shout out to everybody that has insomnia.
Oh, yeah. Sure, though. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah,
so we always say thank God for you.
Has it.
So you got static on your shit, though. What's going on?
Yeah, it's only Sergio with the technical difficulties. I'll say that. You could blame me for the naps, but technical difficulties, internet connection, all that.
You can hear me now?
There you go.
Much better. You sound like a human.
There you go. You know, I was on the Bluetooth on the headset, so yeah.
Of course you were. I don't want to hear any controls in the background either.
Man, come on, man.
Oh yeah, start it up, dog. Go ahead,
no.
Get a couple rounds in.
Yeah. Now I can switch the headset to the TV. You know, so I could do both at the same time. But what's going on with you guys, man? How's everyone been doing? Coming back from from Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, yeah.
It was fun, man. We had a lot of family. We had in my house this year, and we had a lot of family over. My girl's side of the family mainly, and a couple relatives that were gone for a while that came back, and I'm glad they're back. You know, we had some poker. We had a lot of games going on, but I stuck to poker and did some drinking. It was a fun time, man. You know, it was it was cool. I enjoyed it. How about you guys?
Yeah. Damn, it feels like. Well, how it's been 2 weeks since we recorded?
Yeah. We recorded before even Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Before Thanksgiving, yeah, Thanksgiving was good. A lot of stuffing and turkey. It was really good.
What kind of stuff are we talking about?
So traditional stuffing, but my mom has a recipe where she puts some ground beef, some pork. Some ground pork, some bell peppers, some onions, and mixes it all up. So it's my favorite dish she does. And doing that, some ham. I mean, not crazy.
Can I be honest, man? And I don't know, I'm gonna have some hate, but I always gotta be honest.
No, go ahead.
Thanksgiving is my least favorite food from all the holidays.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? That is surprising to me because
yeah.
I'm on the total opposite, but why?
Yeah, for two reasons. I'm not a huge ham guy. Like I could do it a deli ham and a sandwich type of thing.
Yes.
Maybe on some eggs, scrambled eggs,
Yeah, me too. Ham. I'm mostly a turkey guy though.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna get to. In the turkey, to me, I've never and I'm sure, Sergio being the chef, he's gonna tell me I just haven't had the right one. Mm-hmm. But it's always hella dry to me. It's always fucking dry. It's bland. I'm like, what?
No, you gotta
I don't
inject.
know.
You gotta inject that bird with some spices, dog.
Oh, they're definitely injecting them with some, but it ain't spices. You know, it ain't spices. You know, let's just say big turkey companies out there. You know,
Oh,
they,
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
they're
It's,
making their
all
bread.
kinds of crazy shit in there. Well, I don't know about you, Sergio, but like turkey, we do an oven one, and then my brother-in-law does a deep fried one, which is pretty
I've never
damn
had a
good.
deep fried. How is that?
It's good. It's crispy. He puts a bunch of like Cajun seasoning on it. So yeah.
You see, maybe that's what I need. Something like that. Yeah.
I got a little adventurous this year, and we went for the grilled turkey. You know,
Oh wow, yeah,
that was nice. That was different.
yeah. But that seems like that one could get dry quick. Like if you don't know what you're doing.
So I definitely rested it. Like I let it cook and then I rested it. So I let it chill. You know, brought it down to
Yeah,
temp. And I left it, obviously all the turkey I left on the bone, right? Like I just cut the back, you know, like right down the middle.
yeah.
And I opened it up and cut it in half because obviously like a whole turkey like split in the middle is
Oh,
just through the back. That's pretty big.
just doing it like a chicken. You know what I mean? Just same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. That's
I
pretty
mean,
great.
yeah, it's just a big chicken, you know.
Yeah. So,
So we grilled that, and that was different. It was nice. It was different than having like the oven roasted. But I am a big fan of oven roasted turkey.
Yeah, for me, I'll be honest. We had the next day, which I thought shits on both chicken and turkey. We had codorniz. I don't know if you guys fuck with codorniz, but
no, what is
that
it?
shit was, oof. Yeah.
You got to explain what that is, you know.
Oh,
Yeah, I
you know
might
what?
know it. I just don't know the name. Huh.
Yeah, let me make sure, but I think the correct translation I think is quail, but I could be wrong.
Ah,
You're eating quails.
Yeah, quail.
okay.
Yeah.
I never had it,
You
but
know?
Oh, dude.
yeah.
Somebody call PETA, you know.
Oh, dude.
On
Nah,
Lucifer, you're eating the fucking quails for sure.
I
my
mean, it ain't an endangered species, right?
no.
He's eating baby birds, guys.
Oh, wow.
You know?
Nah, I know they have pickled quail eggs, because my dad likes those, and he has some.
They look like little dinosaur eggs.
Yeah. But I never had quail. Was it good?
Yeah, it's real good. Yeah,
Nice.
I'm serious. It's really, really good. And the eggs are better too. And I don't know if a lot of people know this, but in Mexico they'll sell you like a milkshake with quail eggs, and they blend it in it, and they put in a little bag.
Oh shit!
Little
I didn't know
straw.
that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a little bag of straw.
Yeah. Come on, dog.
I'm saying.
That's some like country shit for sure.
Yeah.
That's some
Yeah.
like in the country shit.
Well, that's what that singer, right? When she went to Mexico, I don't know if you caught that. What was it, last year or something? She was talking shit about how they give cokes in like a bag and straw. I'm like, bro, you just don't know Mexico. You just need to shut up and like just shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? She's from Washington. Like they're like from some some American kids doing Spanish music. We're like, bro, just shut the fuck up. Just fucking.
It's wild because there's a lot of street vendors that are, hygiene is definitely an issue, but there's definitely, I don't know if we should get into this. We might cut this, but there's definitely some countries that are a lot more questionable than Mexico, but not even close. But other than that, man, I mean,
I think more than anything, it exposed those kids being from America. Like you just a culture shock. Like, bro, it's just how it is over there. Like, whatever.
Yeah, over there, they're not worried about the straws getting into like a tortoise's nostril or something like that. You know?
Yeah, no, it's different. Sure.
Yeah, over here,
over there, the people put your name down for like the glass Coke. You know, you got to bring it back.
Go give them back. Get them.
But it is cane sugar over corn syrup. You know,
bro,
what I mean?
Mexican Cokes hit different.
Yeah, and that's another one too. Like Mexican Cokes are for sure superior tasting, and then I would say right under that is McDonald's Coke. They got a special recipe for them, right? That's not the average one.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So,
Urban legend.
Okay.
A big part of the science behind McDonald's Coke. I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, but someone explained. Someone in the burger world explained this to me, and I was like, "Damn, dude! Like I never noticed that." The straw for McDonald's is bigger than the normal straws.
Yeah,
so I noticed on sale you get like more carbonation. You get that hit,
That hit. You ain't lying. Okay.
Yeah.
That first splash of McDonald's Coke was always amazing.
Bro.
You know?
Yeah, if that carbonation is a hit, like if and I understand drug
And
addicts for sure.
and the lines are clean. You know?
Oh,
Yeah. And speaking of taking hits in McDonald's, what are you munching on over there, Sergio? What's going on, dog?
that turkey though.
That turkey meat.
We couldn't even talk about food for a second. You're over there fucking. You could literally rewind 3 minutes ago. You was talking normal, and then like.
Hey man, listen. You made me wait yesterday. Okay, I'm hungry now, so we're making this happen.
Yeah.
No, you know.
Yeah.
I just want to know.
And hey, wait a second. And I know you definitely not talking about eating because you, my friend, like he eats like chips. You know, like I'm eating something that doesn't make too much sound. He's like, he's eating like.
When we're talking, maybe for sure.
Yeah, but he eats like a whole bag of like Tostitos and guac. You know.
Nah, you're tripping.
Yeah.
Guac is my shit.
Yeah, anyone listen, just leave a comment. What do you think he's eating? Just give a clue. You know what I mean? Just take a guess.
Yeah.
And that bothers you, so I hate Mountain Monster and the Iron Man.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
So dude, I will say I'll bring this up.
Yeah.
I was telling you guys that I killed the whole season of Penguin already.
Yeah.
It was good. It was definitely different. It was a dark take on it, just because not in general, but just like some of the secrets that some of these characters had were pretty dark.
Yes.
As far as the show, it was a cool show. It wasn't bad. I had a good cast. I'm definitely mad at the Penguin for killing that. That pissed me off. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, man.
Yeah. Well, spoiler alert. I mean, like, I don't know if anyone who hasn't watched it yet. My bad. Like, what I mean?
I'm just surprised Elusive, got to the end.
Yeah. Did you ever? Well, hold on. Before we get, did you ever finish X-Men '97?
You're lucky I'm an honest guy because I have not finished that show.
Okay.
I finished the Gotham, the animated series. I killed that, the Cape Crusader, and I killed Penguin. But X-Men, I did not.
Cape Crusader is the one that disappointed me a lot, bro.
Let's put it this way. It didn't disappoint me. Certain things did, but on the most part, I was okay with it. For me, as soon as they did my boy Gambit dirty and, Sergio was talking all this shit about it, I was like, I can't kill it anymore.
But you didn't even get to the Gambit episode.
I didn't need to when they were showing me the screenshots.
Oh, they ruined the fire. Huh. Yeah. It's still a good show. But yeah. No, Penguin I enjoyed it. I mean, I fucking loved it. The actors, I didn't think there was a weakling.
Everyone in there was, killing it.
My favorite character is probably Sophia. She's coming out of that show.
Sophia, the sister?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What is it, episode 4? That's all about her. And like you see how she got to the
Arkham
Asylum. Yeah, like that to me is probably one of the best episodes. But like, yeah, I mean, that was a great show every week.
How do you feel about them extending the show like another 3 seasons before we get to the second?
I don't feel optimistic about it because every time something like that happens, they always kill whatever was good about it. So, not looking forward to it.
I think they should just keep it for the movie.
Yeah.
Like you gave us the intro, a little taste. Like again, like you took, gave us a little hit. All right, sweet. Like I would love another season. I like a few more episodes, but I don't know if season 2 and 3. I just I have a feeling they have a tendency to kill it. So I'm on the same wavelength there. I hope they don't. But
even then, like I don't know, it's just story. I guess they have their own plan, but like, can you? Some of like the main characters are not there, so like, what's that gonna look like if you do a season 2? Will it still be as good as the first one? Because you have the kid that's working for him that makes you kind of like Penguin, and then you have Sophia who's going against her family and makes you kind of like her. I don't know. It's just at the end where it all sits, they're in way different places, right? Like,
yeah,
I don't know if it's as compelling because now you're the Penguin. Now you're the villain. And now I don't like you. You know, at the end, like you don't like that character. So
yeah, it was cool. One of the speaking of that Sophia, one of the episodes or the things she did I didn't anticipate was when she took out her whole bloodline. That was great.
that's cold blooded.
Yeah, she saved that little girl though. So shout out to Sophia.
Yeah, but she also fucked up that little girl, like leaving her like scarred.
Yeah, yeah, because somehow she saw her gas mask. I guess
She created herself with that basically, and she let that little girl go to. She wasn't in the asylum, was she? Was a little girl?
Orphanage.
Orphanage.
But it might as well be the asylum. Yeah.
Right. But even then, like, at least she kept it honest with her. Like, you know what? I could lie to you, but like, nah, you're going to thank me for killing all your family. That was cold as fuck.
Yeah, the little girl was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
The fuck?
But yeah, we'll see. I mean, what they tease at the end, with, obviously her half sister being Catwoman.
Yeah, Selena Kyle.
Yeah, so like we see the bat signal go up right when Penguin's full Penguin. Like I'm more interested in the next movie because I think this was a great one season set up the next movie because that's what how they talked about it. I hope it's not an ongoing series, and if it is, I'm guessing it's gonna be about other characters in the Penguin world because I don't. I just don't know how they make it as compelling, but so far so good.
That's why you should have probably like named it something else instead of like just labeling Penguin. Because like now, if you wanted to do like a Two-Face, which I think will be dope, but you're not gonna base it off the Penguin show,
Unless they do like a series with a different villain, and then like we still see Penguin and the characters we know from that world show up, then that's cool because the main focus will change to someone else who you don't know. I like the rise of Empire, right? Like I just don't know how you make it interesting, but yeah, they did good. So
and we're talking about that.
I'm there either way. I'll watch it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like what I was telling you guys that it's just hard to do shows nowadays. I feel like so many things have been tried, and then when there is something that has some kind of originality to it or a different twist, we enjoy it. But then obviously the studios want to like cash in on that idea, right? And make more, and they're usually the ones that kill it because I also understand it though, right? Because how many duds did they have before they had a good show? So once they have a good show, they want to hold on to that. But the one thing they suck at is when to let it go.
Well, they've been on a good run because the Peacemaker, I haven't seen it. It got good reviews, and then this one, I mean, they're building up. DC as a whole is just building up good content and films under James Gunn, but this was already in the works before him, and there's the whole Matt Reeves Batman world, so it's just its own thing. I don't know. Because I don't know if people know, there's gonna be another Batman. The Batman of the new DC universe is not gonna be, from what they've said, it's not gonna be the Pattinson guy that you see in the Batman that came out 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
There's none of that. Like this is its own like little world, but it's so popular they might mix it in there. I know they announced like the Brave and the Bold, which is like a different Batman, but is if I ask a regular person who's not into it that much, like my sisters or my brother-in-law, like they when you think, oh, they're gonna make a Batman movie, all right, they're thinking of the one they just saw. Like if there's two Batmans at the same time, that's gonna confuse people. So I don't know how that's gonna work out.
Yeah, look, I will say since we're on the Batman theme, we've mentioned it at least once or twice before, but Batman Beyond. If they really want to do something well, do it just like the way they did the Into the Spider-Verse or better if you can, animation-wise. And that would be, come on. We've always talked about it. Batman Beyond is Miles Morales, pretty much. So.
Yeah, 2.0 Batman.
And while we're on that note, let's do pickups and let's start with you, Doom, because you got Batman related heavy.
Then we'll go. Let's talk about Batman animated. people who've been listening to us or following me know, like from what years ago, just probably one of my biggest nostalgia was Batman animated and Turtles, and we finally got the Batman animated week for the Batman 85th E-Pack set that they've been doing every week.
Mm-hmm.
This was week 4 of 5 weeks, and every week you get a achievement when you collect all 10 cards, which was a Nightwing card that you can get, which is like a preview for the Batman Metal set that's coming out. But me, I'm just interested in the Batman animated cards,
Mm-hmm.
and these are some. We get the Batman animated, the cover, poster, iconic logo.
Classic.
We get that this week. The Phantasm, Mask of the
Oh,
Phantasm movie. We get that, and these two have been on top set, right? There's
yeah.
a so this is again a poster, but it's a reprint, and this one I don't think I've seen in the tops or a Skybox Batman set. So this is cool. The Sub-Zero.
No,
Batman
I've seen the mini comics, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But not a
Seen
card.
but not on the card. So that's cool. First time I've seen it. And for me, even though this is not my favorite, it's still part of Batman animated series because this is like the later years, where they get it redesigned, the new Batman Adventures. So I still went after that, and Batman Beyond, bro. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen very few Batman Beyond cards in general,
Mm-hmm.
and then yeah. So as soon as I knew they were gonna do this for the 85th celebration. Like, yeah, bro, these are the ones I'm targeting. I got some of the parallels. This one's tough to get. I got 2 copies of the animated series. These are 1 out of 85, but they're not hard number. We talked about this weeks ago.
Oh yeah, like the Kith promos.
Yeah, wish they were hardcover, but it's cool. I don't necessarily prefer over the base one, but it's like I'll just get it because
Why not?
there's very few animated cards anyway, and I got that one. Got the Sub-Zero one here, and Batman Beyond. I'm just missing that new Batman Adventures one, which I'll get eventually.
Yeah.
And then last week, this was the achievement card, the Harley Quinn. This is a Bruce Timm Harley Quinn that was actually a cover, I think last year or 2 years ago. So that's cool. Bruce Timm. I know the guy from Upper Deck who talks about these. He does a video every week with a new content creator talking about the week. I think this one was with Amanda. Shout out to Greater Gamer.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
These are basically preview cards for Batman Metal, but they're almost like promo cards to me. And there's gonna be a total of 6. And he chose like basically the most popular artist or the one you think of the most with that character in mind. And obviously Bruce Timm created Harley in Batman animated series, so Bruce Timm Harley just makes sense.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is really the only achievement card I really wanted.
Yeah,
And,
it's very similar to that to the Harley card from the top set, right? Similar pose.
Similar pose. But I believe this was like a modern piece he did, because I know it was a variant cover, but unless they pulled the image from like the archives from back then, but I feel like this was because it has like a 3D shade to it, which I guess painting or drawing, I don't know what it was, but I did end up hitting a plate, got lucky, pulled up Batman Beyond out of all the characters. You know what I mean? Like that was
that's
obviously like shocked when I got it, but yeah, these are the quote unquote big hits of the weeklies, and it's cool, man. Yeah, but I have fun. Like all these
You've
And
been busy.
yeah, well, this week for sure. And I bought some of the other weeks, but this is really. I traded a bunch of that just to get these, but yeah, this was my main focus, and these are like the 5 cards I was really going after. Um,
So you're having fun with cards again, is what I think.
yes, but it
Mhm.
again, it's mostly tied to nostalgia. I've
Yeah.
done like the character collection. I've done the big, low numbered stuff. Like now, it's like, bro, I'm just trying to have fun with, things that for me have always been my favorite things. So now that Batman's back, definitely be looking at Batman Beyond stuff. Definitely look at any Batman animated stuff that comes up. And yeah, like if these parallels were like going for $100, I wouldn't be getting any of them. I'm fine with like a base. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And eventually, what I want to do is just get a good, like, try to get a PSA 9 at least, because we know how bad quality is. Although I hear these are pretty good, quality control. But yeah, that's it. And kind of doing like I know I've seen you have some of those cases where you got your PSA cases on the wall. Like, I just want anything in there to be reflective of like nostalgia. I mean, this is
Childhood type thing.
childhood. And shout out to Johnny, inspiring me. Like, yo, I hit this. I've hit some couple hits on EPAC. I've gotten some lucky, like even a box breaks. Remember the masterpiece? Like I hit the Spidey Venom. Like,
Doom gets lucky on APAC.
Yeah,
but I never keep the hits. And
that's true.
so shout out to Donovan, shout out to Donnie Boy McCoy. He hit me up like, yo, bro, you got it. If you sell it, let me know. I'm like, for real, dog. He's a huge Batman Beyond fan, but yeah, I want to take the Johnny approach. Like, bro, what are the chances I hit it? Like, I'm just gonna keep it, dog, and just, I mean,
Yeah.
not try to maximize everything. Like, usually I'm wired to like, yo, if I hit this, I can just break even, get everything for free. Nah, bro, I'm just gonna keep.
Yeah, you never know.
It's
Like
meant to be. It is what
not
it
only
is. And
that,
if I move it, I'll move it later on. But for now, like,
yeah, and if you move it, you might move it because something came up that you wanted.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, like I wasn't gonna go out. I wanted to play, but I wasn't gonna go out of the way to pay for one. But the
Mhm.
fact that I hit it, like, it's just a memory. Like, bro, this is just going to my case, and like, yeah, just keep it pushing.
Yeah.
Batman's here. Batman's finally here. Fucking my nostalgia, bro. Watching this cartoon all my childhood, like, it's crazy that we started collecting what 3-4 years ago, and
Yeah, 3 years ago.
we never thought Upper Deck would be involved or whatever. I didn't even think about Batman cards. I
Yeah,
had to go back and do research and find the top stuff. But like now that it's here and it's in the hobby that I'm most active in, like yeah, it's pretty cool. I just had a fun week with that for sure.
that's dope. Yeah, that's dope, man. And I know Sergio got a little something with Batman going on too.
Yeah, I mean, the stuff isn't planned, but no, I did pick up. Well, I mean, I'm showing off the comic that Tim got for me. I told him to go to New York City Comic Con, and honestly, like he threw a couple names out there who's going to be there. Yeah, we pulled the trigger on this one. I do not recall at the moment right now the name of the artist, but he's pretty dope. He's got some good work.
I think it's Federici, no?
Yeah, but I think it's like what's his first name? Federici something.
I forget. I
Oh.
think it's Federici's last name, but I don't remember his first name. But yeah, that's sick. The cross hatching style he does. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I really like this cross hatching stuff for sure. I saw Batman Who Laughs that he did. That was pretty amazing. Yeah, something a little different, something outside the card space, but on a like a sketch, but on like a comic format. It's pretty dope. You get a little bit more space. I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm maybe playing around with that a little bit this year again, like just commissions on comics like that. And as you can see, like kept it raw. You know what I mean? Like just I don't know. Like I'm in. I mean, I don't have a lot of greater stuff anyway. Like here and there, I do. Like depending on like what it is, but I like it raw. You know what I mean? Like you go put it in your hand. Well, I mean, elusive, of course, will comment that. But
Nah, it's cool. Like you can see it up close, and you can see the guys work. Something light, man. You know, I had some fun with that.
Yeah, it's from the old Detective Comics.
Yes.
The what do
The
you call
logo.
it? The logo stuff. But this was like a homage to the 227, no? Because you got the
Yeah.
moon in the background. Yeah,
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah, that red logo, the red Batman, that's hard, man. I've always enjoyed that.
That's
Old
sick.
school.
For sure.
Yeah, and that's what I was telling Tim. When I was looking for the blank, you know, I looked through a couple blanks, and like there's only another one that's out there that I think is dope, and that's like the Batman 66. But you know, I don't like it because it says 66 on it. Like it has a 66 style, but I don't like that it says Batman 66 on the trade dress.
Mm.
You know, DC, if you guys are listening, man, you know, step your game up on the trade dresses, man. You know, you guys have some pretty weak trade dresses.
Oh wow.
I don't know what's going on with that. No, I'm serious. I'm
Yeah,
serious.
that's fair.
Okay.
Look, if you don't believe me, you know, if you think I'm just talking shit like always, go on eBay and look up blank DC
Who would think
comic.
that?
Look up blank DC comic like for sketches,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna be like, wow, like you know, there's not a lot of
Great options.
good options, you know, or like it's too busy, or like that has like a thing on top that you know, it's just not for me. I picked this because it seemed like the most simple, you know, and it's like the old school
Well, I
Batman
mean,
look.
it's fits for you. You're very like old school. At least what you pick up is very like 60s inspired.
I mean, you know,
Mhm.
like the old shit, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great taste.
Nothing beats vintage, you know.
Yeah.
Nothing beats vintage except for you know, $40,000 Iron Man 101s. You know,
Oh, wow, here we go.
you know,
All
whatever.
right. What's this?
Oh,
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know.
Who put you on? Who put you on, dog?
Yeah, you know, I mean, shout out to the homie, shout out to Jesus and the other one. You know, they put me onto this. Surprisingly enough, I remember I asked Elusive a couple weeks back, months back, and I finally picked one up. And to my surprise, somebody had bought the other one. There was two left online. I believe I bought the last one. And yeah, I mean, I wish it was open, you know, but I don't. I'm in between like opening it or keeping it closed, you know. Like you don't see too many of those.
Yeah, open it.
yeah.
Yeah, open it, dog.
Easy.
Why you
Open
want them
it.
closed? Why you want it closed?
Damn, yo, listen, if Jesus has been such a bad influence the past like 24 hours, it's crazy, you know.
24 hours.
Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah. Well, we're waiting for you yesterday. You know,
Oh.
he had me on a hunt on eBay. You know, unbeknownst to him, and he hit me with
Yeah,
you
you're
know, either
welcome.
you buy it, you know, either you buy it
Bye. You
or you
should
don't. You
forget
know.
about it. Huh? Stop watching if you ain't
Either
gonna buy
you're
it.
about it or you're not about it.
Yeah, dog. Did you
Yeah,
really want it or not?
I'm about it, but like I've been good. You know, I've been good. I've been behaving. You know, I picked up a couple things like you know on the private. You know that elusive. Well, I mean, you can see the images, but there's a little
Yeah.
backstory to a couple of things that I'll be showing here like pretty soon that you know I've been having fun with. Just in general, man. You know, just having a good time for the
Yeah.
most part. Like we're just window shopping for right now. You know,
Oh,
and it's
it's
kind of
always
crazy.
fun.
And it's kind of crazy because it seems like there's like a pattern. You know, there's like a pattern going on in collecting. And you know, obviously a lot of shit's for sale. You know, people are downgrading they're downsizing their collection stuff like that. So
For sure.
you know, but it's in a weird it's in a weird space because it's not just like one person. Like it's not just like Doom decided like yo I'm gonna fucking off all this shit. Like no, it's like
No.
a good amount of people. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
My habit over time too, just gradually
naturally.
changing
Yeah.
directions, but it, it wasn't very like uh not popular, but it wasn't like a lot of people didn't do that throughout time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like lately a lot of people are like, yo, it just kind of clicked on like, yeah, I don't really want to keep a lot of this, or I've changed my direction, or I'm keeping some of it. And like the tough part about that is, you know, when everyone has that, or when multiple people have that epiphany, like
It blows the
it's
market.
just a different, yeah, it floods the market, and then it's just different now. Like the market now compared to the market just 3 months ago is so different, you know, like
Yeah.
so.
And we'll definitely talk about that as well, because one of the things that ended today that I pointed out to you guys went for what I would consider a steal, right?
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, but I will say on my pickups,
Well, before that, like if people don't know what cards are inside, don't even worry about
yeah,
Yeah.
don't ask us.
it.
Please.
That's fine. But you know, we've definitely shown some, at least you know, in the past. But you know, don't even
Yeah.
worry about it. You wouldn't want it.
Yeah, we're trying to get it at 9. Stay away for now. Yeah, I will say, man, I'm happy with the fact that a lot of things that I've been looking for have been coming up,
Yeah.
but also hasn't been great on the wallet because the timing with Christmas and a lot of other stuff that I got going on.
That's the other things. The holidays, people got stuff to pay for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but this one I had told Doom about this. Like there hadn't been a card that was giving me that same itch, for chasing it in a
Mhm.
long time, and this one did that for me. I'm a big Itachi fan, and for those that don't know, I actually did a little sketch of this scene. For those that are fans of Naruto, and this has always been one of my favorite poses that he does in the anime. And I looked through all the cards that are available. This is a so with Naruto that they have like common, rare. They might have something after rare, but this one's a super rare, their highest tier. You could tell by the bottom, all the way in the bottom center, you see those 3 little dots.
Yeah.
That's the highest tier. I think there's only one thing that's, you would have to ask someone that's more heavy into it, but there's other cards that are all black and gold. Those
Oh,
might
wow.
be a little bit rare, but I don't know if every single card has a version of that, if that makes sense. So
Right.
there's an unlimited version of this card, just like Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh or whatnot, and then there's this first edition. So there's 010s. This is a pop 5. And I have been looking for one, and I know where 2 are homed at with good collectors that do heavily Naruto. So when I reached out to one of them, pretty much they told me it was PC, which is rightfully so. I wouldn't want
Yeah.
to sell mine either, but thankfully one came up and I scooped it right away. So super happy with this.
And just graded, looking by the serial number.
Yeah. So it's in a new slab. And these are ones that, to be honest with you, unless you've dealt with a lot of Naruto cards, you really have to have this in hand. That the photo was a little bit difficult because the foiling, you would have to move it around to see it shine. I'm going to post a Japanese version soon, which I have of it as well. And it's one of the rare instances that I've told Doom too that the US version actually outdid the Japanese version in this case, at least for me, card design wise, and because the artwork is the same, but it comes down to the card design. So I'll be uploading a photo of that one soon. But yeah, super happy with this, man. It's honestly maybe because it's a brand new edition. I don't know, but it's in my top 10 favorite cards.
What? It's something different, right? This is like his TCG card,
Yeah.
which you probably don't have a lot in your collection. But you just saying that kind of made me think, do we think the success, well, I would call it success, of the growth of the Marvel card hobby and just TCG and non-sports in general over the past 4 years have made people like start to grade other obscure things, right, that not a lot of people know of, or very niche circles know of only, right? Because I don't see it like, if Pokemon's not a thing, if Lorcana doesn't become a thing, if none of the stuff gets promoted by other collectors on their pages on Instagram, or even like in the PSA TCG magazine they send on, they promote all these uh, you know fans of different anime or TCGs, or just different nostalgia too.
Yeah.
I don't think like it becomes a thing where you see it just pop up on eBay. Like it gives it exposure somehow, and like it's not just sports cards now; it's non-sports and TCG together, and there's just so much out there.
That's a good point, and I will say to add to that, like even not only to the things you mentioned, but even going back to Marvel, if we rewind 3 years ago, like let's be honest, like the people that were posting the most during that time, like me, you, I know. Shout out to Justin. Shout out to Fausto, Turkey Birdies, Amanda. A lot of the old school people that have been posting for a while, and I'm talking about consistently posting on IG. We were promoting Marvel cards more than Upper Deck was promoting Marvel cards.
Yes.
Their
a
IG
lot.
wasn't promoting. I'm gonna be honest, like, and that's to your point. Like, we're the biggest promote. Like, we're promoting all these things that we love,
Yes.
and that's the same thing for other collectors with TCGs, like you said. Whether it's this, whether it's Yu-Gi-Oh, and but to your question, like there was people that were grading this. I remember when I got into it, I was looking for a different card in Naruto at that time, and some guy had a bunch of them. He was stockpiling them. He was a sports card guy. And when I reached out to him, he's like, "Yeah, I'm not selling because I don't feel like they're getting the value they deserve." Right.
Yeah.
And 3 years later, I think some of these people are just deciding to let go of some now because if they probably feel like they're never going to get the love they
What they
deserve.
envisioned, right, as
Yeah.
to pop out, and maybe a lot of it is because the boom brought in so much money,
Yeah.
and so much, and a bigger audience just came with it. Then now they started to take more risk and like, yo, let me go after things that are big and we don't think of in cards.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, we've seen like the popularity of One Piece, and that's like a new product or a newer product, at least the one I've seen. But yeah, even then, like I was posting Doom cards, every single card back then,
Hmm.
and I was doing it because I loved the cards that, yeah, I had already done the sports thing. It was too much, and this was just fun, and it was artwork, but it wasn't nostalgic per se. Like now, transferring that to like things that they exist, but their IPs or characters are more nostalgic to. Like, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. And maybe I think that's where we are now. Like, if I take a look back, I think people are just um okay with not chasing like popular things, although that exists, but they're like just chasing whatever they're nostalgic to or what they like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I think it's more like
And it's all the Marvel crowd, right? And it's, it's gotten bigger, but we're all kind of branching off and doing our
yes.
own thing now.
I
Yeah.
think it's like the graduation class, right? I think our graduation class is now starting to do all that mostly at the same time. So that's
Well,
why we see what we see because everybody's downsizing.
and to be honest, and because it worked, I mean, I guess in some way, I don't know if I actively thought about this or not, but I remember a conversation we had with Manura, even like, yo, you guys promoting things kind of co-signs like, yeah, these are dope.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, like I guess there might have been some barrier of like, if I post this, like people think I'm corny. Like, bro, we posting shit that we think is dope. I mean, not to say anything Sergio's gonna post in the future, but he's gonna post some stuff that's dope to him that I haven't seen anyone else post. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But like that seeing that,
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I'm not gonna say it. It's a card though. Just know when the card hits, it is what it is. But seeing that and just seeing like a bunch of the Marvel guys that we known throughout the years kind of branch off into their own like very niche things where they're picking up that, yeah, bro, that is inspiring to go. And again, a lot of stuff doesn't have a lot of value yet, so like
Yeah, and
it's
I'll be honest,
attainable.
it is definitely a buyer's market, but also I haven't switched up too much of the way I'm collecting. I
Hmm.
will say that I was just aware that when we got into Marvel, it was super underpriced, which is why I picked up the amount of cards I picked up. But now I'm only picking and choosing things that I'm going to keep. Like,
Yes,
can I like Doom said, can I change my mind down the road, six
it's
months
not.
down the road,
Yeah,
and I need something, I need to move something to get something? Sure, but I don't plan to. Like as of now, I don't.
it's
Put it
not a
this way.
spec play.
Exactly. It's not a
Yeah.
speculative. Like if another one came up, I would like to double up on this personally because that's just how I am, right?
I, and when I see this, it comes from left field, but it makes sense because you that show means something to you. You watch it, that character means something to you. But this inspires me to go look at other stuff, which I've looked at, and I'm like,
Overlooked at
yeah,
the same
why
time
did I didn't pick those up back then? If this is the stuff that I'm into, and like,
because
yeah,
we were into play mode, not like picking up things
yeah,
that we
it
want.
feels
Yeah,
like we were kind of like blinded by Marvel's booming, but we didn't really give the same attention to other things, and now that it's kind of established itself, where you know you kind of know the popularity of certain things. Like, this is we've also seen the same shit over and over.
Yeah,
Where
100%.
this is like, bro, this is like hitting gold, even though it's probably not worth much, but like to us, it's like, this is just dope. This is just something.
It is. It's dope. To me, it's dope as hell. I enjoy it a lot. And even the next pickup that you're about to show, again, it goes back to just nostalgia. Like, I have been looking for one for a while, and Sergio scared me already. When he had picked up the Dragon Ball Z one, he didn't pick up the OG though. You know what I mean? It was kind of like when he was talking
he slipped up, huh?
when he talked about Henry, when he said, Henry's
he slipped
on the right
up.
track. But you know what I mean? That's what.
That's wild that you threw that. Yeah, how does that feel, Sergio? Huh?
Yeah, and no, but in all seriousness, like this, they come up. They do come up. The problem with this, and you can look this up on Terapeak, when they come up, they're destroyed. They're destroyed, bro. This is the cleanest copy I've seen, other than a graded one that recently sold for $500, best offer accepted, and a 9.4. There's two of those on the census, and a 9.4. That's the highest on the census. To me, I mean, I'm not a comic book guy, and I haven't had this in hand. It's on its way from Mexico, but judging by the photos, I would say it's an 8.0 plus.
That's nice, bro.
Yeah, so I'm super happy about this one. Yeah,
it reminds me of the images I saw in that shout out to Retro.
Those adventure.
Yeah, retrospect the adventure ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the retro things I'm taking shots at. Bro, relax. There was no shots.
You know what? Look, come on. It's what Sergio always talks about, right? Like, when people have bags and certain things, we're gonna be sensitive. Of course,
yeah, especially him. He's into Marvel. Like, I ain't gonna say what he's into.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. All right, you let him fool you. Yeah, he's got some Marvel shit.
Yeah, he has. He might.
But no, when I think of Dragon Ball, I do think of him and you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And some other people I won't mention because they're Retro's ops. So,
Yeah. So. Yeah, Retro knows, bro. And it's funny because Retro's always trying to downplay what he does. He's a big timer. You know what I mean? He calls us whales. We're the little fish that like eat off the whales as they're going.
We're just trying to get our meal. We're fucking moving.
And on that note, Retro, I really appreciate you dropping the little crumb for me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna pick up that crumb soon. I'm doing whatever I can. Little fish is just keep swimming, and I'll get there. Give some time. You know what I mean? But I really appreciate you.
No, and I love when he shares that side, because to me this is more interesting. And obviously, I enjoy Dragon Ball Z more. Dragon Ball, I'm going back and watching it. Like, I didn't grow up watching it, but I was mostly a Trunks guy. But this inspires me to go get stuff that means that I want to find something but catered to me, because even though I'm a fan, it's not
Batman to you.
Yeah, it just doesn't hit the same for me. But it's dope, and I love those adventures cards too.
Yeah, but that's it, man. Like, literally, the last 3 pickups I've had, they're nothing crazy, but they're just meaningful to me, and I appreciate the ability to add them to the collection. And it's super clean, little newsstand lookalike. So I'm happy about that.
No, that's sick.
And I will say, speaking on the market a little bit, I was sharing with you guys earlier that I was eyeing yesterday. Someone posted, it might have been yesterday, or it could have been the day before, but I think it was yesterday that was posted originally, a Carnage gold border Rittenhouse out of 75. And they posted it up for like 450 OBO, didn't sell. Then they dropped the price. They were impatient. Whoever that was very impatient. And the next day they dropped it to 330 OBO. And today they took an offer for 180.
I mean, look,
it's crazy.
You gotta move stuff.
I understand it. I had the same card, and I moved my copy maybe 4 months ago, and I got 500 for my copy.
4 months has dropped that drastic. Yeah, it's tough, man.
I don't think it should have dropped that drastic. To be honest with you, I really do blame this specific sale on the seller being impatient. Because if you would have left it at the 300 OBO, I think eventually someone offers 250, and I think 250 is super fair for that card now. To your point, it's still half of what I sold it for, but I do think it's worth 250.
And it might be, but the The tough thing now is like so many releases out. Like there's
Yeah.
so many just
There's a lot
people
of things.
buying e-pack like crazy.
Yeah.
Like it's just tough, bro. It's just tough market.
And that's where again, like, and I see it as a good thing. I know people like Sergio and others see it, and Baby Groot see it as a bad sign of the hobby, or at least how healthy the market is in the hobby. But the way I see it is the people that are going to be able to pick up on those plays and take advantage of those prices are people that know about those sets.
Yeah.
Right? Like to your point, like yes, there's so much going on, but if you were someone that was looking for that card, guess what? You probably have a blue dot.
Yes.
Right? And you were waiting for that card to come up because those don't come up. I think
Yeah.
those come up once every other year.
And patience pays off too. Like,
And it paid off crazy. So shout out to you. Shout out to you. And I saw the numbering on it. So don't even worry about it. We'll see when it comes to
well, that's also like it's dope on a lot of things because the seller, you know, they need the money for whatever they're going after or, you know, whatever they gotta do, but the buyer gets to get one of the best cards in Marvel, I think.
100%.
One of the
For
best
Carnage?
Marvel card sets.
Yeah.
And gives a new life, right? Like that we just
Sounds like a pump.
I have no 75th.
Yeah. And the ones I got, I ain't selling. You know, I got 4 left.
But just overall as a design set and like
That's definitely one of the sickest inserts in Marvel cards for sure. Some of those gold borders are really cool.
Yeah, like there's probably like 5 to 10 that the artwork is very hard to beat, even in other sets. You know, we've talked about them in the past, but
75 copies, like you just don't see that nowadays.
And another thing too, man, is like going back to this last thing on those cards is like to Sergio's point, like, yeah, it might sound like a pump to you, but and I know you're kidding on it, but the thing is, look at most people that get their hands on those cards, don't let them go. I mean, you yourself brought up earlier, you were talking to Rohan, shout out to Back in the Game. And he was telling you that he's going after a certain comic or he wants a certain comic, but he wouldn't sell that gold border to go after it.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, and Rohan, I'm sure knows this. Like, he knows I'm pulling his leg, and I'm just like, yo, like if you sold them, you'd be like, you know, you'd be a goods way away from getting it.
Yeah.
But in reality, you know, it's a big book, but like we've talked about this too. Like, it's just too accessible. It's too available. You know, it's everything.
And when is he going to be able to get that card back?
I mean, if those cards got bought up, I don't know in today's market when they pop back up. You know?
Yeah, because if you bought it, you bought it at a certain price. Why would you sell it now? Unless you needed the money, obviously. But if you didn't need the money and you enjoyed that card because you bought it at peak,
but not even that. Like maybe it's not even necessarily like need the money, but like want the money to flip into something else that he actually wants. You know, because I mean, you guys know this. I've recently sold off a couple of things. I've also posted a couple of things on eBay that no one's even like taking like a blink at. You know what I mean? That are, you know, what people will consider big cards, and you know, like for me, it's okay. Like it's in my collection anyway. I don't really care. You know, but you know, you know this, and Doom knows this. Like I've been going down like, you know, some other rabbit holes I'm enjoying, and I don't know, like it feels the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it literally feels the same. Like there's some stuff that like I picked up recently that I've only seen one of, only seen two of. You know, there's things out there that it's just, you know, it's a weird space. But I think that definitely takes for me priority is like knowing that there's not like, you know, 10 copies of this out there. Like I've only ever seen one.
Yeah.
Like no Terra Peak data, no info, no CGC, like no PSA, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that is dope, man. And look, speaking of that, we were just talking about that book last week, and another one popped up today, right?
Yeah.
We were in the foreign chat, and it's like, dude, the chances of that happening. And
well, to be fair, that book came up in like the foreign group, and then he bought it. So I saw it like 2 weeks ago, and he picked it up like immediately from like the foreign Facebook sellership. Like somebody sent me a link. I don't go on it. I mean, at this point right now, like, you know, there's only a couple other foreigns that I really want. And I just looked at it. I didn't even like blink an eye. I really
what are you buying for? Do you know?
Nah, I think it was just like by DM. You know, they contact each other. But we know what he's going to charge for it. You know, we know what he's going to charge for it.
Again, and what it's going to sell for versus what he's going to want are two different numbers.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, either way, I got the cleanest copy, so it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh wow.
yeah, I mean, I can't confirm that. I'll be honest with you, but I can't deny it either.
I thought you didn't care about
whatever.
condition, Sergio.
Yeah.
This is, as you can tell, like, you know, part of the sarcasm. That's just me fucking with Elusive, because if he does buy it, he knows that I'll always have the grade over him. You know.
You know what's
Oh,
crazy?
I
you
personally
just
That-
don't.
you gotta be
If it was
over
the other
him
way
to buy
around,
it. Yeah,
if it was the other way around, I personally wouldn't care. I would just want to own it. You know.
Oh,
yeah.
but so you're one of those, like, when I have one over you, I'm gonna let you know. But when you have one over me, I ain't gonna give you the credit.
I
That's
mean,
exactly what he just said.
Elusive's done it to me, and you don't hear me complaining about it. It just let, you know, we move. You know, keep
Sweetheart,
moving
what I
forward.
do to you? What I do?
You know, it's not a big deal.
I'm gonna send you a virtual hug today. All right.
A virtual hug. Send me over a 75th Surfer too. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow. Rohan, you hear that? If it's for sale, you gotta buy it right here. No, but
Nah, I don't want Rohans.
oh wow.
Nah, fuck Rohan.
No, but look, I will say that, you know, he's saying that because of me, but that's not true, because the first thing he commented on that foreign group when that book was posted was, nice pickup or something, but mine's is mintier. That's the first thing he told the guy. Bro, you know what I mean? He didn't say, yeah.
Wow.
I was like, wow. So, you know, and
those people be talking their shit too. You know, he was talking shit the other day on some. You know, I'm not gonna comment on it. You know, he's talking shit the other day. Listen, I enjoy it from afar, because I don't, as you see, like, I don't really buy anything or show anything or whatever. Like, I got invited to the group, and it's just, you know, it's you know, you got your weird people. You know, you got people that post. And I look at their posts, I'm just like, man, what's going on right now? You know, like, yeah, it's a weird space, but you know, him, I don't know. Like, he has weird pricing. You know. And the shit doesn't move, and then he raises the price, which, like, it just, you know, it blows my mind even more. But you know, he must have a good you know, business theory going on that I don't know about. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, no, he does. He does have a weird, and I'm sure it works. I mean, I hope it works. Right, he's been doing it. What he'll do is, this guy will post, for example, God knows what he buys the books for raw, but once he grades them, he has a good feel for the foreign market as far as, like, what's rare, what's not, grade wise, and, you know, all that stuff. And he'll post something up that might be worth $500 today, we'll say, and he'll post it up for $1,200 OBO, and then it won't sell for a while. He'll send you maybe a 5% offer, 10% offer. Then he'll run an auction at it at 800, right? And then no one buys the auction, and then he relists it for 1,500 buying that. So what he's doing is like a fuck you for not buying it at 800. You want it now, it's double almost.
I like it.
So that's his style. But shout out to Comics Calderon. That's who we're referring to. He's a cool guy. I've chatted up with him before, and he definitely has some nice books. And, you know, there's a lot of things that he has, and even on his PC horror wise, that are so sick, man. So congrats to him, because, you know, regardless of what Sergio's saying, you found a ghost book, sir.
Yeah.
So shout out to you.
I'm trying to figure out what you guys are on. Like, what do you see your future collecting? Like, what's the thing again? You're excited. You know, we're about to wrap up the year.
Mm-hmm.
What, you know, anything out there that's got you inspired?
Yeah, for me, it's the same stuff, man. It's like finding these things that don't come up, like we're talking with Sergio, like, and it's everything. It's not, for example, it could be right now foreign comics, but then it could be something like that Naruto card, you know. So it just depends on what I'm looking for, and but yeah, it's dope stuff, hard to find, rare, whether it's condition rare or just something that doesn't come up, and something with good artwork that I'm looking for, and that's what I'm looking forward to the most, man. I've been job hunting. Recently, I was telling you guys, so yeah, I can't wait to get back into it, because again, then I'm going to turn back to for the most part, mainly straight collecting, and what I do sell, you know, is going to be to fund the next thing that I'm going after. That's what the plan is now. To answer your question, man, is just going for good pieces, kind of like what Sergio was saying a while back. Now, for me, it's about moving things that I don't see long term in my PC and stashing that. So when something comes up, like that book, and it hits auction, Sergio doesn't outbid me, type of thing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And he has to keep in mind that I've been a good boy. So there's like,
No, I know you got a couple in the clip. You know what I mean? I'm not,
Well, in theory,
nah, I'll be honest. If it went to auction, I wouldn't go for it. Like
I appreciate it, man.
well,
I know some other people would though, for sure. But go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, in theory, like I don't public persona is he hates cards, so you don't have to worry about the cards. But we know him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's all up front. That's all up front. You know what I mean?
Show the card I posted today, dude.
What cards you posted that? Hold on, let's see. I didn't even know you posted something.
Don't worry about it.
Why you? All right, so yeah, tell me while I pick it up. What are you interested in? What's got you inspired? Come on, Sergio. Don't keep everything secretive. The people want to hear what you got. And why are you putting up a front like you don't like cars, dog? Like,
bro, pull up the post from today, and you wouldn't say that.
Let's
you can't
see,
say that.
Monster in the Iron Mask.
So it's not a card, is what.
Oh, finally! That's what I've been waiting for.
Come on, man.
Yeah. So meanwhile, everyone out there's been fooled by him thinking he hates cards. This man's always got something up his sleeve, dog.
Yeah, dude. That's Android 17 for those that
That's
It's not Ed.
Oh, it's not? Not bad, dude. What is it?
Sephiroth, dog.
Yo, my good shit, dog. Go ahead. My bad. Yo, my bad, dog.
We know Elusive, he doesn't know his anime. You know what I mean? He enjoys the artwork. He doesn't enjoy the anime.
He wasn't, yeah.
We know he knows Dragon Ball Z for sure, though.
He's not a JRPG guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, he knows Dragon Ball Z, but he thought that was Android 17, so.
I mean, if you call it Android 17, I mean, the resemblance is like that.
Yeah, he's got green eyes, But
I mean, you see the iconic logo. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
iconic.
Final Fantasy is not iconic.
That's pretty iconic.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to hurt you guys' feelings. My bad.
I
mean, you can't, but you literally can't say that. That's like,
that's blasphemy, dog.
Yeah, it's just like blasphemous,
Oh, my bad. I don't get kicked out of the Final Fantasy group chat.
Yeah, don't do that.
Nah,
you're definitely not
don't even worry
now.
about it. You don't want this. Just,
no, I don't.
You don't want the Ishitaka Mana group chat, okay?
Yeah, go find the other prisms, you know? You're in retrospects. Y'all can go.
Oh, wow. You hear the retrospect? Just team up, dog.
No, that's a compliment. You guys are the prism guys.
Yeah, I'll pick them up. I'll pick them out. Retrospects, you buy them. You know what I mean? Don't worry about it. We'll do good.
Retro. When you listen to this, how many of these you got like in your back pocket though? You got like what, smooth like 5 copies or something?
Yeah, he has a couple minty ones that he doesn't want to put on the census yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't have the PSA 10. This is a pop one PSA 10 higher.
Yeah, but with prisms from Japan, bro, like the card ass, you're killing it with 9s. Like for me. 9s is where it's at. Like, yeah, there's gonna be pop 1s or 2s and 10s, but I ain't trying to pay what they're gonna go for.
And it's crazy when I first met Elusive, he would say he knew obviously like there's some things that you need to get in a 9 like no matter what, but he'd always really go for like either obviously the BGS 9.5, which is what he usually goes for. And he doesn't pick up, like as of recent, I think he's posted like more PSA 9s, and I like it. I just want to say I like it. Yeah, I like it.
I mean, to be fair, those 9s, except for the Tachi, have been in my collection for over 2 years, my guys. You know what I mean? Watch your mouth. You know what I mean?
PSA all day.
Yeah, they've been. Look at the cert numbers. You know what I mean? They speak for themselves. You know what I mean? No Kurt's car care on my stuff.
Yo, I do want to throw this out there because you're stacking gems with the fire. Like maybe that's just out of courtesy, but Charles, you fucking with Final Fantasy, dog?
Oh, hit him with the one little flame. That's fucked up, Charles. You got to do multiples.
Oh, you did as a diss?
I mean,
I thought that was like, Charles is into Final Fantasy.
Charles is into a lot of things.
Hey, shout out to Charles. He's winning.
He's definitely winning. You need to hit up, Charles. You need to hit up and link up with Sergio and school them on some Bitcoin, dog. Help them out.
Yeah.
Help them out. Like, let them
Yeah,
know how.
shout out to Bitcoin for hitting 103. You know what I mean?
There you go.
103. Damn.
You know?
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
a dope pickup though, man. Good shit.
So that, yeah, I mean, look, Sergio won't. Yeah, I don't want to talk for Sergio, but yeah, you see what he's picking up. Like, come
Yeah.
on, you put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
I like he's doing that.
You know, but it's again, just to to make it enjoyable for me. You know, you guys know I've had the card for a little bit, but it's about
Yeah.
putting it together. You know, putting it together on the page, which is at least that's the entertainment for me. You know, I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
Hang on,
Usually
whether you like it or not.
when he posts that up, is because he got like two more things coming that are gonna be linked to this somehow.
Oh, for sure.
You know.
For
And
sure.
that to me is just like collecting like nostalgia.
Oh,
like
would you
things-
look at that? One of them's right there. But
Well, yeah. What are we looking at here, Sergio? You didn't talk about this one. What's good?
All right, so this is a they call it the perfect guide. The magazine's called V Jump, and obviously back then they will give you like some instructionals to how to like get ahead in the game. Which is pretty cool. Obviously, you can see like they got a little bit of different style like chibi art. They have this. They got the Sephiroth, which that's pretty dope.
Dope.
And just something fun, man. At the end of the day, it's just I'm just buying paper. That's all it is. You know what I mean?
yeah, watch out, Henry.
Paper and cardboard.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I mean,
It is dope.
he's into the Darkstalker shit, which I like. I do like all the Darkstalker games is pretty dope. But I personally don't pick that up. I mean, it's like Final Fantasy. Like again, we talked about that too. And I didn't start collecting Marvel cards. It was in my childhood, but it wasn't like a thing that I did. This is more of this is what I did. This is like what I played, like what I grew up on, like the Marvel vs. Capcom, the Final Fantasy. And yeah,
That's-
if people are getting influenced by that, hey, good on you. There's a lot of cool shit out there.
Yeah.
But like you said, like this is the most nostalgic stuff to you, right?
Oh man, I just played
Yeah.
the fuck out of that game.
Yeah.
And it's a good story.
Yeah.
If you guys have never seen it,
Yeah, I played it. It's fucking good.
if you guys have never played it, if you want to see the walkthrough, someone play it for you on YouTube.
Yeah.
But it's pretty dope, and yeah, that was a pretty cool pickup from Japan. I think I told you like I've been on a little itch from that side of the world. Dave, reach out to me, man. Where you at? You never hit me up, dude. You got Japan book hunters posting all the Marvel kabunchas.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
posting X-Men stuff.
Yeah, and I saw him post like the Hulk one and the Captain America one, which is pretty dope. I picked up the Spider-Man one, dude. I got lucky when I picked up my set of kombuchas from Japan. I picked them up with the Fantastic Four set for what I thought was a fair price.
It was definitely a fair price if you thought it was a fair price.
I thought it was a fucking fair price, like, for sure. Yeah, why do you say that?
I would never doubt you. If you say it was a fair price, it's a fucking fair price.
Hey, but that's what it's about, though, isn't it? Just like being at the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
It's there. You're looking at it. It's looking at you, and you're like, it ain't cheap, but it just it's that gut feeling of like, yeah, it makes sense. Let me pick that up.
Yeah. For me, I guess being back on cards, right? For a while, I was away from cards, going back on cards, going to nostalgic stuff, cards, looking for some obscure vintage cards too. And yeah, I mean, I think mostly, the whole Batman wave stuff is going to be fun for me. And, that's it, bro. So I'm looking forward to that and Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
Ninja
Turtles. Yeah.
Yeah, I still reading books. Still looking at some art books and stuff that I want to pick up. But yeah, cards really been fun again.
Yeah, man, it's dope, and that's the thing. I enjoy it all. Like I know where Sergio's coming from, but I like everything still, man. I mean, we're talking about earlier about the Buick Grand National, right? The little diecast I sent you.
Yeah.
Like I'm still into diecast. I'm still into comics. I'm still into cards. It's just that I'm more picky about every single one of those things and how I pick them up. but I'm still doing that. There's
a
there's
lot
no
more biggie for me too. And yeah, it's where I was doing a bunch of different collections. I think it's a lot less now, and it's more focused on very niche things.
yeah.
But yeah, like Hot Wheels. I got a Batmobile the other day. I have
Okay.
every Batman animated. Tried to get every Batman animated car out there. Hot
Oh,
Wheels.
no. Okay,
So
dog.
yeah,
I
I
see
got.
you.
Let's see. I got 7. Shout out to Subby. He
That's
sent me one, and I had it. But it was one I was missing, so I guess it recently came out. I was like, oh shit, this is a new one. So it's on my my little case.
nice.
And then I've been looking at the turtle vans. Might
Okay.
start no Hot Wheel turtle van thing, but
Are you
there's
gonna stick to one scale or any scale?
I still
Because
haven't
it's gonna get
decided.
crazy if it's any
Yeah,
scale.
I haven't decided. Yeah, that's tough. For now, it's just the Hot Wheel stuff. Like I'm up to date on that, except for the 85th anniversary. You know, the one that comes with the little figure of all the 5 Batmobiles.
Yeah.
I don't want to buy the whole thing just for that one card.
No, it's not worth it, man. I mean, it's cool if you're gonna keep it sealed and display it because it's a
Yeah,
nice
but
display piece, but not for individual.
no. So like those, I don't even count. Those are like one offs that they do. But
Yeah.
I got every other one, all the different colors, and yeah, and then just getting books.
Yeah. Yeah. I honestly, man, next year, what I want to focus on, like going back to some of what you were talking about, is like I honestly want to revisit. I'm not saying I'm going to. I don't know yet, right? But I
Mm-hmm.
definitely want to revisit statues. I want to revisit looking at some of these Batmobiles from '89 that are 1/6 scale. Now there's 4 different major companies that have one. So I
Yeah,
kind of want to see. I need to
yeah,
pick one of those up, one of those sizes. Is what
bro.
I'm saying, right?
Yeah,
Put in a little coffee table display or something.
that looks
That
sick too.
Yeah. So I definitely need something like that. I want to look into some statues. I
Me
want to look
too. I'm
into
still looking, but like that's just me looking. I'm not buying anything soon, but yeah, I'm still trying to
yeah.
figure out that plan for me too.
I would like to just buy same thing like one. The idea I have now is with statues. I wouldn't want to do trios. What I would want to do is I would want to get the best statue of a character I like and pick one character from every major IP that I enjoy and get the best statue from
Yes,
that.
that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. So like get one nice Vegeta. I know a couple already that I've been eyeing that are crazy statues.
Well, Dragon
Get
Ball
like
Z has so many too.
yeah, yeah, man, and then get and then go down the line. But that's what I'm looking forward to, man. It's just like looking at now. Okay, like what are some pieces that I've been wanting to go after, but I was too focused on flipping that I wasn't doing that.
Hmm.
And do that. Same thing with books, man. I'm looking forward to being involved in a lot more of these foreign auctions next year. And
Hmm.
there's certain books that I'm still missing that you know about. Besides the one that just came up today, there's like 3 grails of mine that I have in my head that I've been wanting to pick up.
Hmm.
And yeah, man, I'm excited for it because again, like everything, we know that if you're patient enough, eventually it'll come up.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm excited about. It's just being patient, um, and being ready for when that comes up. Don't let it catch me off guard, type thing.
And for me, like just looking at stuff I haven't seen, even though it's like around the same stuff I collect, just
Mhm.
kind of branching up and seeing what else is out there. Like, if, I put in like whatever promo, and then like all kinds of different things pop up. That always is a good
Yeah,
dig.
yeah.
Find some shit that's just out the blue. I'm like, yo,
That's how I found that 9 we were talking about today. I just put
yeah,
that, and I went down through the whole list
yeah,
until I
bro.
saw that.
That's it. That's the one. That's the way to do it.
Hmm.
And then kind of figure out what. Yeah, I want to see more people show like what specific to them is cool. I know we've done this before throughout the years,
Yeah.
but I'm starting to see it more, and even then, like shout out to Donovan, shout out to Raj and my boy the writer. They did their own YouTube. I think Raj's
Oh, that's right.
YouTube. Did
Yeah.
you? Yeah, I don't know if people have checked it out, but let me look it up real quick.
They opened some cards, right?
Yep. So they kind of did what we did. Like we just sit down and talk about pickups and what they're looking into, and then just kind of talk about the hobby, talk about what they're like. It was so for me. I was like refreshing to hear people we don't really hear talk about it much, unless
Yeah.
like you know them individually.
Their perspectives on it.
Uh-huh. But it's just dope that you know. I mean, to be honest, like I'm sure people get tired of us too, because like you see the same people on YouTube talk about the same stuff. It's just refreshing to hear other people
Yeah. Other
talk
things.
about what they're into. Yeah, shout out to Raj. You know, he's up to 53 subscribers. Anyone listening is go support the homies. But yeah, they're both just hanging out, showing some cool shit. And I know Donovan showed this postcard book that looks sick. But like just cool stuff that people are into.
Yeah.
Well, what is that he showed?
So these are some vintage Batman stuff.
Okay.
And then you see he's got the Doctor Doom. You might know it from the Stussy.
Oh, the
But
phone.
that's the OG one. I know he showed it to me before. He's got a lot of dope stuff. Look, I know you got nothing but some vintage stuff out there. I see some Batman here. Geez.
And Donnie, we're next on the Batman Beyond, dog. So you know what I mean? We don't see any Batman
Nah,
Beyond.
chill out.
Yeah.
Some respect on Batman Beyond. You know what I mean? Shout out to Don. Shout out to my boy James. You know what I mean? Batman Beyond, dog. Don't even worry about it.
I like the Elmer Fudd that he put up the other day. That was dope.
Yeah, shout out to James who's getting busy on IG. But yeah, they talk a little bit. I'm trying to find it, and I'm sure it's here somewhere. But he picked up a postcard book, which I saw. I'm like, whoa, this is really dope. But y'all check it out. I can't find it here, but just check them out, and I'll link this to the episode. But yeah, it's cool to see other people get into things that are interesting to them that you don't see every day, because that always, like we talked, it sparks a new idea. Like, yo, what if this exists for this, and then you go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah,
that's fun, bro. And I just want to see more of that. More people kind of like, yo, we all know what we like, the Marvel or whatever. Like the market is to where now where like you're not very possessive over the things you have, because so a lot. If we're being honest, a lot of shit just went down in value. Like that's what it is. Mm-hmm. So people are more willing to share what they're after, because bro, there's no money in it. Like you're not gonna go make money off of it.
Yeah, it gets back. It does get back to like the purity aspect of like collecting and the hunt. Just because you really want it, it's not because of the value.
Right, and I think that's great for the hobby itself. Like we get more people showcasing different things, and maybe it's not something I'm a hunt for, but it gives me an idea to go look if this exists for the things that I like.
Yeah, it sends you on side quests.
And that's what makes the hobby interesting. It's not like it's the people showing what they have, telling you how passionate they are, and like going down and finding it. It's not really like, yo, I got a PSA 10 out of 10. Like, all right, cool, bro. Like, I get it, but like, congrats. But like, I've seen that card. Like, it's a modern card. Like, I want to go see something that, again, it doesn't have to be rare, but it's just you just don't know about it. Something obscure, something, or something that just hasn't been showcased. Where like, oh, if you saw it, you would fucking like it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but no one's put it up to show it. Yeah,
and I'll do that also while I'm here. There's shout out to Amanda, but her and Ian Taylor and they have their own I guess podcast, bi-weekly podcast or something.
Nice.
Friday night, Saturday morning. That's what they call it because I think it's late night. I think she streams on
Oh,
IG too.
I think it's late for her and early for him.
Early for him, right?
Yeah.
And they have some guests sometimes, but mostly like, bro, it's just a bunch of like cool non-sports, just either art like Frazetta,
Oof.
Frank Frazetta sets, or like just fantasy sets. Obviously, you watch Amanda, like she's a huge DC. She's into the horror stuff, so they have. I just like watching these because it's always I'm learning something new. I'm seeing something new that I might come across on eBay, but I never really take the time to go look at it.
You know, on that note, shout out to Amanda. I know she collects Bullseye for cards, right, for the
Mm-hmm.
Marvel side.
Mm-hmm.
But it'd be dope to see some of her PC. Like, I wonder what she like PCs like in the background. I can't see it well there, but I do wonder what.
Oh, she definitely does hockey, but like Red Sonja, like this. She's got a little bit of everything. But yeah, I mean, if you watch her content, she definitely shares some stuff in there.
I know Ian Taylor, he collects Black Hat. I've been
Black Hat, but he's also like it's cool to see like he's into like a lot of the autographs and Star Trek and all these other shows. So yeah, that's interesting to see. He also showed recently there's like a hologram of Frazetta art holograms that came in like this really nice case, and like they're like super clean. It's in one of those episodes. But yeah, stuff like that like you don't see often. I mean, from the 90s, and it was sealed, and he opened it up like super clean. Like I don't. I've heard the name and I've seen some of the artwork, but like, and I know he's a huge artist, but like some of that stuff just straight up 90s hologram that look awesome. Like, yeah, dog, like that stuff you don't see every day. That's probably not worth a lot, but damn, you put it in a slab.
You are in slab mode though right now.
Well, yeah, slab mode for sure. But even then, like, it's just. I think it's different. The presentation is what I like about it. If you just present it to someone in a slab, they think it has value, right? But really, like you're looking at something that people overlooked. And unfortunately, that's the only way you get people's attention nowadays. I mean, so yeah. That's stuff I'm looking forward to. I just want to see more stuff like that. Yeah. Like, Elusive, once he gets into Sailor Moon bag eventually, he'll start picking up some stuff, and then we'll hear about it because he'll do a deep dive. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't know if I'll do it.
He'll bring up some prisms that me and Sergio didn't know exist, and
I will say I was close. It's funny you say that because there was a couple auctions a while back that were ran. I forgot if it was through ComC, DC Sports, or PSA. One of those three. What are they called again? The middlemen. And there was PSA 9 Sailor Moons, prisms. And I was like, I wonder if my daughter would fuck with one of these.
See, that's, baby steps, Sergio. You hear that? Baby steps.
Yeah. I mean, there's hope, but it wouldn't be for me,
Yeah, all right. Yeah, no, we believe you. But yeah, for sure.
Even though he'd pick the artwork,
And that's a good point. I would pick the artwork for her. All solid points you guys are making.
Well, and remember that whole Disney princesses.
Whoa!
Okay, you know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a couple years ago, and
yeah. Well, that was hard. That was hard.
But like, how many people know that? I mean, look.
I mean, let me get my hands on one, and they'll know about it.
Just sprinkle it. You know exactly.
Oh yeah, I'm on eBay as we speak because I haven't seen those come out.
But yeah, I mean, I think we might. What I'm looking forward to seeing the future hopefully be more about broader non-sports and like more things getting the light it deserves, right? Because there's just a lot of cool shit out there. As far as card wise, we see it enough in comic books, like. We see people bring out, any IP from our childhood has been in some sort of book or magazine. So I kind of want to see it in the card form because I think to me that's more difficult to see in person. Like I don't see as much of that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think I heard. I forgot who was talking about this, but it's the same thing we've always come across. Like there's their pros and cons to everything, man. To everything you collect, as far as the medium, whether it's a card, whether it's a comic, whether it's a car, there's different aspects to it. And I've touched on some of this I think before, but like cards, I love how you could really get them close to you, right? They're
Yeah,
more portable. With Hot Wheels, I love that you could play around with them depending on the brand, right? Obviously, Hot Wheels they roll. Um, you could display them in different ways. Versus both the comics and the cards, you could only display them showing the cover, showing the front.
yeah,
Where the Hot Wheels, you could put them in a certain pose, a certain angle, and then the comics when you get them in hand, especially something older, it just feels special. It
yeah,
feels something like historic. So
yeah.
there's something special about all of it, man. You know, it's just
Yes.
everything. You just have to see what that spark is in each one of those mediums, but they're all dope. I enjoy it all, man. Again, I wish Sergio was a little bit more happy about the card stuff, but I'd be mad if I lost
No,
like
no, it's just the realization that I am. It's just not like just Marvel cards because there's so much more out there that I had to cross a bridge and be like, yo, this is like, like I said, like I had a conversation the other day, it's kind of very similar. It's just like, look, like I like Marvel cards, but if you show me this card, with this pattern and this number, and then he shows me the other one, and I've just seen them all. You've seen them one, you've seen them all, and that's like that's where it's at because it's like I don't know. I don't want to say it's because of the number system, but that's where Marvel cards is at modern set right now.
yeah, modern for sure. But also, let's be fair, like even when we're talking about even the comic side, with the exception of foreigns, show me one key, show me all. Like same thing though.
It gets repetitive in
Yeah.
yeah, in both situations, and for me too. Like I found it, but that's why I'm saying like I just want to see the diversity that I see in the comic book collectors. Like
You
I
want to see
want to
range.
I want to see that in the card collectors because
Yeah.
I've always preferred cards over comics. Just I don't know, it's more easy to store and just like I understand the appeal is different, right? A book is a whole different of like if I'm reading it, I just prefer a hardcover, right? Like I don't need the original. That's just my preference, and I've always been that way. So I I would like there's a lot of covers I want like modern covers, but I don't want to buy them because I'm like, nah, bro, just give it to me in a card. Like that would make me want to buy it. Like it's just easier to. I don't know. I like the card aspect as a collection for an image rather than like a book that I'm not gonna open. I'm just gonna keep it for the cover. What's the point of that? No.
It, it,
If I'm gonna get a book because I'm gonna read it, that's why I have my little library of books. Like that's how I prefer to keep my books.
Yeah, but
It's tough.
here, that's a good subject, bro. We'll get into this before we'll wrap it up. But I'll say that about the book thing. I have been looking into books, right? And
Yeah.
and you know that IG that I showed you maybe like a year ago from that guy who collects super rare books,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
That guy's a great page. Here's the issue I have with those, because
Mm-hmm.
I've been close to like fucking crossing that bridge, as Sergio says, and picking up some dope ones. They're pricey, but here's the thing for me. I would assume that when I receive some of these, they're gonna feel just as special as comics, just because of the fact that they're leather bound books, right? They're older,
Mm-hmm.
but then I feel weird about how the fuck am I gonna protect them? Do you know
See,
what I mean? Like I
uh,
feel like they're gonna be
yeah.
fragile.
Well, that's why I'm not looking at books like in that sense, like very specialty one-off vintage stuff. Even the specialty like only limited amount of no. I mean like I want to read the run. I'm gonna go grab the hardcover because it's like I don't want to feel protective over it. I just want to read it. I just want to hold it and read it, and not it's not a first issue that I'm potentially damaging that could be worth something. No, I don't care about that aspect. Just
Mm.
give it to me in a book where I can just hold it, read it, not like it's supposed to get destroyed. I'm supposed to read it. Like you're not really destroying it, but like it's not about the value at that point. It's about the actual story and the artwork.
No, I get that aspect, but
No.
going back to what you just hit, like you were saying, like I'm not worried about destroying it. Now, with these books that I'm talking about, I would be, right? Because I
That's
mean, not to
that's
be,
why I wouldn't. That's why when I see those, I like his stuff,
but
but
you
the way he
wouldn't
talks
do it.
about this is worth $1 million. Like, yeah, bro,
Yeah.
that I can never. I don't even when I'm approaching the card space. Like, I don't want things that are just valuable. I just want things that are meaningful
And that's what I'm
to
saying.
me.
Unfortunately, there's some that cross pollinate that are meaningful
Oh
and
yeah, no,
valuable.
no, for sure. Well, in
And then
that case, you gotta
yeah, and I don't
find a
want
new
to.
print. You know what I mean?
The only book that I was saying, because what pisses me off when I think about history, bro, is like whether it's the Library of Alexandria, right? Whether it's the books that the Aztecs and the Mayans held that were all burned. That's what I mean. Like
I
if
didn't know
I'm
about
getting,
that. You put me
yeah,
on game. I didn't know that.
yeah. Like if I had any of those kind of books, like I would feel like a sense of responsibility. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because now there's just artifacts.
Yeah. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, that's what I mean. Like I don't know if I want to collect some of those books, even though I like them from afar, because again, going back to what you said, I would have to put them in some kind of protected thing. You know, hopefully no one slabs those in the future, and if they do, I hope they do it in a very different way. But yeah, I would have to, because imagine someone just walks into my office and grabs one of these books and tears a page. And go, whoa, there, guy.
But that's how we feel about our cards and comics, right? Don't we feel the same? Like we're preserving some sort of history?
Yeah, I would say I feel that way more about 90s cards and the comics than I do
Yes.
about the moderns, for sure.
Yeah, not the modern stuff, especially in
It's
the
dope. I
90s.
enjoy them, but the
Yes.
'90s stuff, like 100%. Like I just posted the Magneto emotion today, right, in the BGS 95,
It's still
bro.
tough.
Till this day, that's still a pop one. Till this day,
Yes. I mean, those
yeah,
are tough cards to get in that
yeah,
grade. Yeah. I mean, I think obviously like I love the modern stuff too, but there is appreciation for the nice stuff that I didn't have maybe like 2 years ago now. And yeah, it's good. It's fun. It's fun again.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure. Definitely not chasing the same thing, but it's still fun.
Yeah.
To be looking for the little random
We
stuff.
still got side missions we gotta figure out. Like that Sephiroth, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
It is fun, man. It's like I've seen a couple of IGs along the way, like for the last couple of years now, that you could tell they're high rollers for sure. And even them, like you could see what the transitions they go through. Like they you see them get into like the rare golden age high grade stuff, and then you see them get into the OA stuff, and then you see them get into other things, and it's fun. Like you were saying earlier, everybody does it. It's just on what phase you're on of your collecting journey.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's all a
I,
process, but you gotta enjoy it all. I enjoyed every phase that I've been in,
every
to be
phase.
honest.
Yes. And like my previous one was like, oh, I'm gonna get things that are so rare. You can't find them anywhere else, right? They're just one of ones. They're a
Yeah,
sketch. They're a comic cut. They're whatever, right? A low printed, low numbered, whatever. But now I'm back to like appreciating the stuff that's not the stuff that gets overlooked.
hmm
You get some, and because I do have original art, I do want like if I spend real money, I want to spend it on an artist instead of a numbered card. So I I still love cards though, and my approach to it changed. 'Cause, I don't have money to do it all, so
yeah,
where it's some things where I'm gonna pay up, it's gonna be in sketches, it's gonna be in commissions, it's gonna be in OA things that I want to have fun with, and still dig and still hunt and still meaningful to me is just you know the stuff that gets overlooked.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
No, 100%.
Because we have an effect. I don't know. Elusive's been having it for a long time. He didn't want to accept it. You put something out there, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah,
you
I'm
can't
not gonna
find it
lie.
on eBay no more. Because you know what? Hey, what you saw, someone else saw.
Yeah, and I was feeling that way. I'm not gonna lie to you about the Itachi. I was like, I wonder if I should post this, but then I'm like, yeah, I'll just post it. That way
Yeah.
other people could know that it exists if
Same
they
for
didn't
me. I
know.
posted about Mr. L. If goes away, it's not meant to be. Back to Johnny, you know. Shout out to Johnny.
Yeah, and that's the dope part, man. Yeah, man. How about you guys? And what are you guys' shout outs and shout outs this week? We'll start with Sergio. Always, you know, it's always quiet.
Well, I gotta give the first time that shout out.
I mean, you're the
Focus, man.
voice of the people, though. You
I
gotta
mean,
speak. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but I've been chilling, man. You know, the voice of people needs a break. You know, it's true.
Wow.
This guy's wild. The voice of the people needs a break. That's crazy. Craziest shit you said all year. Go ahead, though.
Yeah.
You know, can't be turning up for you guys every week. You know.
Yeah.
No, I don't really have any anti shadows for sure. I don't think anyone's like pissed me off this week. You know, it's a good thing. You know what I mean? Like, we're ending the year. You know, turning a new leaf.
Yeah, for sure.
And shout outs, man. I mean, I don't know. Shout out to everybody out there listening. Shout out to the people that made it this far. You know.
That's how you know whatever he was snagging on was fucking good, dog. Cause he's just chilling. You know what I mean?
I'm chill. I'm super chill. You know?
Good. That's it. All right. Shout out to everybody. That's Sergio. All right. I'll go next. Shout out to again. Shout out to Donnie Boy McCoy. Shout out to Raj. Shout out to Ryder. Make sure y'all go follow their videos. And again, shout out to Amanda Ian. They're doing the non-sports stuff. Love that. Shout out to all the homies. You know, picking up stuff, showing up some new stuff. Keeping it interesting on the IG streets. Love it. Shout out to the new Creature Commandos, that new DC series, animated series. With the it's almost like a Suicide Squad. They got different characters. It's 2 episodes in so far. Good, really good. Again, DC is like adult, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not for kids, but really dope style, and it's funny. I've enjoyed it. Has an interesting like soundtrack that they use to it. It's just like it's just very comedic, and you know, it's dark at moments. So shout out to that. And yeah, bro, I'm looking forward to Christmas, dog. Chilling with the family. Christmas music is on. Make sure you put that Peanuts Christmas album. Thank Me Later. Greatest album ever. So yeah, for sure.
Shout out to everybody that's still collecting, that's still enjoying it, that's not worried about, you know, the value of things as much as what, you know, enjoying what they PC. Shout out to any of you that, you know, if the shoe fits, shout out to you. I've been seeing a lot of dope shit, you know, on IG, just different things that people post. And, you know, not only Marvel related, just artwork related, diecast related, car related, a little bit of everything. Shout out to if you want to see some, you know, it might not be for you, but it's some nice artwork with charcoal. It's he goes by art._verse. And he has some nice pieces in there.
Nice.
So you know, been doing kind of similar things, just going through IG and just looking at different artwork and people's style of, you know, how they get to the finished product. I seen a little crazy Nightcrawler. I don't know who the artist was though, because I don't think it was posted. I wanted to shout him out because it's a sick Nightcrawler, and you know, there's not a lot of sick Nightcrawlers out there.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, man, I just been enjoying it. Shout out to both of you. We needed to catch up. You know, it had been a couple weeks, so it's been fun catching up with you guys. And other than that, man, I hope everybody has a great Christmas. I hope that, well, you know, shout out to James, what he always says. I hope that all of you find what you're looking for, you know, and you guys get your girls, and you know, enjoy your family. And that's it, man.
Yeah,
no shout out for me either. No one pissed me off that I could think of. But I'm sure if we stay long enough, there'll be one.
Do better, guys. You know, do better.
For sure. Yeah. Hope everyone has a good. Well, not even, I guess holidays are creeping up quick, huh?
Yeah.
But I think we'll be recording before. We'll still be recording next week, maybe another one. So
yeah, we'll for sure won't get, whether it's next week or not. We'll definitely get one before Christmas again.
One before, and that'll be like our wrap of the year. You know what I mean? Get a little review, a little bit of what happened. So yeah, for sure.
All right, for sure, guys.
Yeah, everybody out there, keep it peaceful or not. Do what you want. Hope everyone has a good weekend, good holidays, and please, if you're playing Marvel's Capcom, please just look up Sergio and go watch him because we still don't believe he's that good. Shout out to Johnny. Can't wait till Johnny gets that PS5 to get it right. You know what I mean?
Please, Johnny.
And shout out to Transformers. I see a lot of Transformers stuff happening lately. Maybe that's just me because I'm looking at it now, but they opened a new shop, like a physical store, bro. Shit's popping, dog.
Yeah, no, it is for sure that, right? That like once you notice something, you start noticing everything else that's similar.
Everywhere, dog.
That episode with Johnny, I will say it got a lot of views. A lot of people
One
got
of the best.
So yeah,
For
sure,
sure.
man. And I do want to say that I do have some ideas as far as guests for Cards and Coffee that I haven't done an episode in a while as well.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully I could get an episode in before Christmas.
There you go.
Otherwise, obviously I can't promise just because I can't control other people's schedules.
Right.
But I hope it comes through. And yeah, guys, other than that, happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Peace.
Merry Christmas, everybody.